These are Amazon brand headphones which you can pick up online for about $50, and as much as I want to recommend these, I'm not actually sure they're the best value for money. So out of the box, these are going to come with a hard shell case and a USB-C cable for charging. The case itself is unbranded and pretty basic, but it does offer up some extra protection for your headphones. Now visibly, I'm not really a fan of how these headphones look. We've got a mix of shiny and matted kind of plastic materials, and that shiny plastic in particular, I don't know, it just makes it look kind of cheap. And actually it doesn't look much better on your head either. I think it's these kind of long, thin ear cups that we have. Even though they're not particularly chunky, they just seem to take up a lot of space on your face. Another thing I'm not a fan of is this bright LED light, which actually stays on the entire time you're using your headphones. And because of those cheaper plastics, the light seems to bleed into the body of the headphone itself, which again just makes it look a bit more cheap. So despite the cheap looks, the materials aren't complete trash. We have this soft kind of spongy fake leather material up in the headband and a similar feeling material around the ear cups, which does make these quite comfortable to wear for short periods of time. This matted plastic feels and looks surprisingly good actually, and does kind of remind me of the types of materials you'd expect to see on a more expensive pair of headphones. Finally, if we give these a pull, they do feel quite sturdy. They don't feel like they're going to break or anything, which is great. That's good. I reckon for $50 you can't get much better in terms of build quality. Now actually using these things, they're kind of basic. We don't get any fancy touch controls, just some external buttons on the outside to play and pause, control your volume, and switch between ANC modes. Because yes, these headphones do have ANC, not particularly good ANC, but we'll get onto that a bit later. They're comfy enough to wear, thanks to all this spongy material in the headband and around the ear cups, but if you are someone who likes to wear your headphones over a hoodie, for example, you may find these a little bit too tight. Most importantly, sound quality, and unfortunately again, it's just quite basic. We do get a bit of bass, but the sound profile itself is just really flat, and it makes listening to music on these quite a dull experience. And because of that flat sound profile, if you are listening to music with lyrics in it, I find that the voices just get lost to the competing midtones of the track, and it just doesn't sound the best. Now before you give up on these headphones, for $50, they're not bad at blocking out sound. The deep ear cups create a bit of a vacuum around your ears and will actually passively reduce that ambient sound around you. They've also got a decent transparency mode, which is that weird mode that allows you to listen to music and the outside world as well. I use it quite a lot on these and it works quite well. The active noise cancellation though, I'm just not a fan of, because the white noise that it uses is just a bit too loud and noticeable for me. So if you're someone who likes to use active noise cancellation without listening to music, because you know maybe you're in a loud cafe and you just want to focus in on some work, you can't really do that with these because the active noise cancellation is just a bit too noticeable. I reckon if you're listening to music on these, you're better off just switching the ANC mode off completely and relying on the passive kind of noise cancellation that you get from the ear cups. Speaking of listening to music in public, just know that the sound also bleeds out of these quite a lot. So if you are in public and you've got your music up loud, just know that everyone else can probably hear your music too. So choose your tracks wisely. A few more things I do not like about these headphones. Firstly is the battery. Now that's advertised at 40 hours and I can't say for certain because maybe I just keep forgetting to switch them off, but I haven't found them to last anywhere near as long. Secondly, the fact that when this device is unpaired to stuff, it doesn't automatically switch off after a certain amount of time. And it sounds like I'm just being really picky here, but trust me, this is so annoying and it means your headphones will be constantly dead a lot more than they should be. Finally, and probably most importantly, is actually that $50 price tag. Now $50 is definitely on the more budget end of the scale, but it's not crazy cheap. And I reckon for, $50 to $75, you're better off trying to get a pair of mid-tier headphones that can be frequently found on sale. If you're not actually completely set on buying a pair of over-ear headphones, this price range can get you a good pair of earbuds. You can check out my video here on the Samsung Galaxy Bud 2s. Now they are a bit more expensive, but I reckon they're much better value for money. Cool, that's it for this one. Please do drop a sub and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.